Alright, folks, we're back. I am trudging through the moss. Speaking of which, I've actually made quite a bit of headway on the Battle Revolution project I've been working on.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I've heard.
But yeah, so I've actually finished all the Kanto mons. Next up is I'm like a decent chunk of the way through Johto.
Jahato.
Jahato.
So wait, are you like, just like, grabbing every single mon, including pre-evolutions, and just putting movesets on them?
No. Every fully evolved mon.
Okay, I was about to say, geez, please don't hurt yourself like that.
Don't hurt yourself.
There are some where I'm debating, like, the legitimacy of, like, why should I do this, like, with Furret, but I'm like, you know, someone might want to use...
man, Furret's S tier.
I mean, you're right, but, like, no.
Oh wait, by the way, I just learned something interesting. I was just watching False Swipe Gaming's How Good Was Cherim Actually. Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was not.
Yeah, it was Cherim.
They were talking about something in Gen 4 called Acid Rain, which is like the first time I've heard about it. Have you guys heard of it? Acid Rain? It was
I have not.
This glitch in Platinum that I think it was like several weather conditions happening at the same time. And essentially, if you had Cast Form or Cherim out, it would just keep continuously transforming. Because again, every weather is happening at once. And they would just keep transforming over and over. And there was like no way to stop it. You'd have to turn off your game.
Oh.
Huh. And how does this happen?
I forget how. I'm not sure if you have to. You send in like a Pokemon with like 2 Pokemon with like weather conditions and like, but it has to be specific. I don't know. I have to look up how it is, but it was like the most bizarre thing I've heard of.
The only other weird weather condition I've heard of is Diamond Dust.
What's Diamond Dust?
It's essentially a very special form of hail that only shows up in like. It essentially only happens on like very certain special dates. Like Pokemon Day, or, like, the developer's birthday, or something like that.
Wild.
Yeah, it looks very similar to... Aesthetically, looks very similar to Hail, but it's just, like, slightly, like, more... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, smaller?
Oh, it's like a little... Their way of confetti or something?
Kind of.
Oh, I looked up how to activate it is, so as I mentioned before, every single weather happening at the same time, thus damaging all Pokemon on the field because of sandstorm and hail. But how it's caused is if any weather effect is in effect and a player uses Pursuit on a Pokemon that is switching out on their turn and causes it to faint, the glitch will activate.
What an oddly specific thing.
Have to use Pursuit.
You have to use Pursuit on a Pokemon that's about to switch out and kill it. With the
While
Pursuit.
the weather is up?
Correct. Any weather effect.
Half these glitches,
And it just implements the rest of the weathers?
Yeah, until the end of the battle. And God forbid you send out a Cast Form or a Cherim.
That's funny. I kind of want to try that.
I can't say the end result's going to be anything.
Anything too desirable.
Short of, yeah. Actually, now I'm curious. I wonder if this game has any glitches besides the obvious ones.
Mike, it has all the glitches.
2 miles wide.
A lot of these glitches, I'm always like, how the hell did they discover this, you know?
Yeah.
It was more like it was just unfinished. It didn't just, you know. I don't think there's any patch notes or anything like this game.
No. I mean, like how do the players Like, how do the players find this?
They found it by simply just trying to play the game.
Well, the one that always gets me is the, what was it called? The missing no glitch? Like,
oh, I thought you meant for Bakugan.
No! I meant like Pokemon. Like the pursuit, like that pursuit glitch you're just talking about. Like, how do you find that?
I know. It had to have been an oddly specific circumstance.
Exactly, yeah. Very specific.
What was the one where you could, like, Darkrai? Like, you walk off the side of your map?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it was, though.
I don't even think that was a real. I think that was just some guy being like, this is how you catch Darkrai.
No, there's a way to do it. It's like boundary breaking or something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like there is a way to do it. And that's actually, I believe that's how a lot of people actually like shiny hunt Darkrai.
By boundary breaking?
Yeah. I know there's a...
Sounds familiar.
I know there's a glitch in... I think it's in Platinum, where you can, like, surf in one of the statues in the Victory Road.
Nice.
And there's another one like that in, what was it? In, Black 2, White 2, where I think you can, like, fish in one of the statues in Pokestar Studios.
Also, yes, I remember.
Oh, it's something
things.
come out?
Yeah, I believe so. Because it's, like, registered as a water tile.
Was Black 2 the one where you could get a Volcarona early on?
I think so?
Oh, that reminds me. I found this game. I think it's a ROM. I'm not sure if it's like a ROM hack or something, but someone designed a game where you can become a gym leader.
Huh.
Of whatever type you want, and you're essentially helping this town get its own gym up and running. You get to choose and fight your own gym trainers. It's actually kind of cool. You get to raise your own type of mon.
That does sound cool. Oh, that
I
actually...
wish it's something they adapted.
Yeah, right? Funny enough, that actually reminds me of a thing I saw, where there's this guy who is making a remake of Pokemon Platinum, but using the Gen 5 engine.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It actually looks really good.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
The Gen
Wait,
5
what's the
engine
name?
is superior.
Yes. What was that, Mike?
Oh, what was it called?
I'm trying to I know the guy's like name. I'm following him on Twitter.
I'm gonna look up Gen 5 Platinum.
Yeah, you should probably get something along those lines.
It's
There.
Orton.
Let's see. He should be on my Twitter searches.
Have you guys seen stuff about Pokemon Infinite Fusion?
Yes.
I have, yes.
I've been seeing that all over the place. I will probably download it at some point. I'm just lazy right now. But there's a lot of like fan-made sprites for the fusions so that they're unique, and there's some really cool ones.
How do I look at
don't.
my following? 93 following. Okay. Silist. The guy's name is Silast, Silast. You can find him on Twitter, and he actually does have screenshots and short videos of what certain like the most recent one, he has a video of what Eterna Forest looks like. And it looks...
I am watching someone's cover video on it. It looks amazing.
Oh, it looks great. I want to play it whenever it comes out, whenever it's finished. I'm gonna need that ROM.
Is it like you can download it and play it, or do you need an emulator?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because, like, would it be more like Pokemon Uranium, or would it be more like...
I think you'd have to see the interface to be able to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the interface looks like a knockoff interface in the battles, then you know you don't need a full emulator.
Okay.
I feel like that's how I've been able to distinguish.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Dang, I missed Gen 5 graphics.
Right.
So do I.
I kind of miss.
I loved the sprites in Gen 5.
I still kind of like the Gen 4 look a bit better. Not that I'm saying like Gen 5 looks bad. I'm just saying I kind of prefer like the more chunky sprites in Gen 4.
Oh, that's fun.
Just the DS bit style graphics in general were just like breathtaking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's funny because I can always
Go all
tell.
the way back to Hoenn, but DS era.
Well, funny enough, apparently the GBA's like frame rate was actually better than the DS's. Like apparently Hoenn Pokemon.
I mean,
Like the like Emerald runs at like 60 FPS, but Platinum only runs at 30.
well, I was about to say, have you seen Diamond and Pearl and trying to save?
Well, that's a whole other issue.
That takes forever.
Takes 50 years. Heaven forbid you encounter a Blissey.
Trying to creep across the screen. Yo, I'd go make myself a sandwich if I found a Blissey.
Right. You know, it's funny. There was one time I actually found like an Exodia player on Dueling Book when I was younger, and while he was doing his thing, I got up and just like left. Came back, he was still doing his thing.
There'll be me
Let him
sometimes
cook.
on Master Duel, depending on the player.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Master Duel's
Have
still
any of
like
you guys encountered a...
the Master Duel will still like boot you if you're like if you like AFK. Even if it's
Yeah,
not
'cause
your
you-
turn, you can't do anything.
Yeah, because you have to
I'm pretty sure
say,
it's a bot.
go for it.
Have any of you guys come across these Master Duel bots that the whole point of their deck is to drop their own life points to 0?
I have actually, and I find it weird.
Yeah. I found those,
Yeah,
and
I
I
find
found
those-
ones that will just like almost run out the timer turn 1, and then surrender.
Yeah,
Like, why?
kind of annoying.
I don't know.
I think the idea is like they're hoping you get tired of waiting like more regularly than their like thing surrenders.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I can just do something else and just wait for my turn.
Yeah, right. Well, I think you can do that. How many other people can do that though? How many other people have the same patience that we do?
It is annoying when you're like, you have a hand and you're like, I know what to do with this hand. Here's the strategies I'm gonna do, and they like either surrender or they do that.
Yeah, right. Like, I want to play the game. Shocker, I know. Who'd have thunk when I bought this game, I actually wanted to play it.
Unacceptable.
I mean, thank God Master Duel doing like anniversary stuff because we're kind of dry on their events.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing things in a video game, how are we doing on time?
Oh, we got a minute left.
I'm a fan of these transitions.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Oh.
just trying to keep us honest. I don't want long episodes of Bakugan. I gotta be honest. That just ain't it for me. He's gotta be capped at 15
It isn't about what we
minutes.
want.
Yeah, it's fair, Chris. I don't blame you.
Like, Eric, I care about you as a friend, and I'm here to support you, but I'm only here to support you in 15-minute intervals.
Well, I will try to
It's
time my
outside
crises in.
outside my contract if you go over.
We don't have contracts, Chris.
Not that you know of.
I have a blood I made a blood pact, but that can't be broken so easily.
if Eric has a medical condition in the middle of this episode, but it's like,
It better take less than 15 minutes.
You have to deal with that heart attack next time.
Next time. Bye.